There has been growing pressure on Alexander Isak since his move to Liverpool, but Michael Owen has now taken things up another level with a brutal assessment of the Swedish striker. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Owen has made it clear that, in his view, Isak has reached the point where the excuses have to stop. After injuries disrupted his first season at Anfield, there was always an understanding that the striker needed time to recover, regain his sharpness, and settle into a completely different environment. But according to Owen, that patience is now running out. Isak has had his rehabilitation, he has returned to international duty, he has completed pre-season, and most importantly, he has now returned to full fitness. That means Liverpool can no longer simply wait for the player they thought they were signing to eventually appear. And Sunday's performance against Newcastle has only intensified those questions. Facing his former club at St James's Park, Isak was under the microscope from the very first whistle. The home supporters made their feelings known, and rather than responding with the kind of performance that would silence the criticism, the Liverpool striker struggled to make an impact. He played the full 90 minutes but managed just 28 touches and failed to find the net despite registering 1.09 expected goals. Even more concerning, he missed two big chances in a game Liverpool desperately needed more from their attacking players. For Owen, that is where the frustration comes in. Speaking on TalkSport, the former Liverpool striker acknowledged that he understands exactly how difficult it can be to return from serious injuries. But after giving Isak time and understanding his circumstances, Owen believes Liverpool supporters are now entitled to expect much more. And his comments were particularly revealing because Owen knows just how good Isak can be. The striker produced outstanding performances for Newcastle. He showed the movement, finishing, intelligence and explosiveness that made Liverpool willing to spend so heavily to bring him to Anfield. That is precisely why Owen's criticism carries so much weight. He isn't suggesting Isak suddenly lacks ability. Quite the opposite. He knows the quality is there. The problem is that Liverpool simply haven't seen enough of it. Last season, Isak scored just 4 goals in 22 appearances, while averaging only 23 touches per 90 minutes in the Premier League. He also missed 5 big chances. And now, after finally reaching full fitness, Owen believes the spotlight has to become even brighter. Liverpool need Isak. Mohamed Salah is no longer there, Hugo Ekitike is unavailable, and the attacking options are already being stretched. This isn't a situation where Liverpool can afford to wait indefinitely for their record signing to find his form. Owen even admitted that Liverpool's overall performance against Newcastle wasn't particularly impressive, pointing out that Florian Wirtz was also unusually quiet. In the end, Liverpool did well to come away with a point. But Isak is different. He is the headline signing. He is the player who was brought in to make the difference in moments exactly like this. And when that isn't happening, the criticism is inevitably going to become louder. That is why Owen's warning is so significant. The benefit of the doubt may have been justified before. Injuries, fitness, and adaptation all played their part. But now, Owen believes the time for explanations is disappearing. Liverpool didn't spend huge money on Isak simply because they believed he could become a top striker. They signed him because they believed he already possessed the quality to deliver at the highest level. And if Isak cannot start showing that quality soon, then these questions are only going to get louder. The pressure is officially on. Because as Michael Owen has made abundantly clear, Liverpool don't need excuses from Alexander Isak anymore. They need the real Isak. In other news, Liverpool have quietly completed a defender deal. This one has certainly fallen under the radar, far. However, given the lack of depth in Liverpool's backline, the implications could be significant. Calvin Ramsay's Liverpool career appears to be entering its final chapter, with the Scotland international now set to return home for what could be a crucial season in determining where his career goes next. The 23-year-old has completed a season-long loan move to St Mirren for the 2026-27 campaign, but there is a major detail surrounding the deal. Ramsay has not signed a new contract with Liverpool. That means this could be more than just another temporary move. Ramsay is entering the final year of his Liverpool contract, and rather than extending his stay at Anfield, the plan is for him to spend the season at St Mirren before potentially leaving Liverpool as a free agent next summer. For Ramsay, it represents an opportunity to go back to Scotland, play regular football, and finally show the consistency that had been difficult to achieve since his £4.2 million move from Aberdeen in 2022. There had been signs of encouragement over the past year, with Ramsay spending time around the first team squad and even generating some calls for him to be given a starting opportunity. He was also involved during Andoni Iraola's pre-season, but the competition for places has ultimately proved too strong. Jeremy Frimpong is currently ahead of him at right back. Connor Bradley has returned from injury, while Ronald Araujo and Joe Gomez can also provide cover. And with Ramsay needing regular football, Liverpool have now decided that another loan spell is the best solution. But there is a sense that this is a particularly important one. This will be the fifth loan spell of Ramsay's career, following previous stints at Preston, Bolton, Wigan and Kilmarnock. And he will be desperate to make this one count. The statistics underline just how difficult the last 4 years have been. Ramsay made 39 appearances for Aberdeen before earning his move to Liverpool. Yet since arriving at Anfield, he has managed just 30 appearances across 5 different clubs. Injuries have played a major role, while competition for places has made it even harder for him to establish himself. Liverpool initially agreed a £4.2 million deal for Ramsay, with a further £2.3 million potentially due in add-ons. However, given his limited opportunities and repeated injury problems, it is unlikely that the full package has been triggered. Now, with his Liverpool contract winding down, Ramsay has one final opportunity to change the narrative. St Mirren have started the Scottish Premiership season with back-to-back victories over Falkirk and St Johnstone, and Ramsay will be hoping to walk straight into a team where he can finally play week in, week out. If he can stay fit, rediscover the form that made Liverpool invest in him in the first place, and produce consistently throughout the campaign, there could still be a route back into the top level.